I use the passenger floorboard as trash, but anytime I get like in a gas station or buy a trash can, I'd empty it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the back for everything was fine. The trunk, had a bunch of clothes and bags and whatever. Like it was pretty scatterblasted, but it was still like manageable. I mean, I don't understand how people get like that. Then again, Gucci's threw up all over it, and there was puke on my side door panel all over the side of my car. I had to clean all that up. Then that one time that Doberman diarrheaed all in the back seat. And it was stuck in the seat belt holes and everything.
R.I.P. Doberman. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some stains.
Yeah, this is like awkward. I
think someone pissed their pants in the passenger seat once.
Dad, you had some interesting like passengers, dude. Like most of them were fucked up on drugs or alcohol or both. So
yeah.
Okay, let's continue playing this.
Yeah, Gucci's would always spill her drinks in there. She'd always be dropping shit.
Have you talked to Gucci's and?
No, like, dude. Recently? That one comment I made, she blocked me on everything. She wrote a big paragraph, and she don't like me very much. I was like, my bad. I just said some stupid shit about her when I was drunk and didn't know that I even said it.
Oh no.
What's her name had to tell me later the next day. She's like, you were saying you did this and did this. I was like, no, I didn't. She's like, yeah, you did. And then I look at my phone and there's a big paragraph saying, you got to understand these people believe everything. You're a fucking asshole. You're not a friend to me no more. All kinds of shit. I was like, I'm sorry. And then I tried to call and it just went right to voicemail. I was like, oh, she blocked me. It's all right. I deserve it. I'm an idiot. I black out and I spew lies. Little white lies, but that was a pretty gnarly one.
Jake Silver said,
claims
Jake Silver, like, I don't believe a word that comes out of your fucking mouth, dumbass, because you make lies about me. But supposedly he's saying that you said you had sex with Gucci's.
No, I said I ate her out.
Oh, dude, did you?
No, of course not.
Okay. I hope that didn't happen, dude, because...
Majority of the time we had a camera on anyway, dude. We never, like... We hung out rarely without something... someone filming.
What happened with Gucci's and Blade? Because I saw a video that
it was just accusations. She didn't remember anything. She was blacked out, but people were saying that he did stuff to her. And then he had an interview with Chris Hansen, the Predator guy.
Yeah.
He did an interview with him and shit and explained the whole thing. But yeah, it was just some incident that he was I was just putting a blanket on her and they said he was like fondling her and like getting down her pants or some shit like that. Yeah. Everybody always likes to make those accusations though.
Well, I don't know. He's like Blade is kind of a piece of shit though, dude. He's done and says a lot of cringy stuff. Well. I seen him like body slam a woman one time.
I saw the video. It didn't look like he was in there very long. I was like, didn't look like much. In the video, it didn't really like show a whole lot. Just that he was back there putting a blanket on her. That was it.
Yeah.
And she didn't wake up or scream or say anything. She woke up the next day and everyone was telling her, yeah, Blade was back there touching you. She's like, what the fuck? Should I call the cops? And then they
dude, but if you're like blacked out drunk and you're passed out, you're not going to wake up.
They kind of hyped her up to call the cops on him, basically. Kind of the way they did with JJ and Andy Dick.
But I think something went down with
yeah, I've heard it from Andy Dick's mouth, so.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Oh my god, I don't want to think about that.
Artificial smells. That was what they got out of that, basically. He went to jail and artificial smells became a thing.
Yeah.
Artificial
he said he smelled like coconut or something lotion. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
He stuck his hand in his crack and it was greasy.
Oh fuck! Can you imagine waking up and then like you got what's that smell and you realize
I told you
like,
I walked in on him masturbating while he was crying, right?
He had like a really messed up childhood. Apparently, he talked a little bit about it. He was adopted.
Oh, Andy did.
His brother, his brother died not that long ago. I walked in on him
masturbating while he was crying, and he's like, "Get out of here!" And I said, "No, give me some coke."
Oh my god. Scribbles private the vlog and video. Victoria will never play that. She's happy that Scribbles. You know what? Shut the fuck up. I already had this discussion with you, Scribbles. His wife says he doesn't abuse her, and I'm gonna take her fucking word on it. So shut the fuck up. So apparently, I don't know. Like,
fuck, I don't give a fuck. Take that shit. Take it. Hey. Fucking Roasty, get the fuck out of my fucking shit.
Oh no, like dude, he's calling her Roasty.
That's Nick number 2.
Oh no.
Fuck out of my shit, Roasty. That's where I'm at.
Here, let me
She's made a choice to go there.
we cap this out so the camera doesn't see. I'm gonna step away for a minute.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't give a fuck. Bye, dude. I ain't crying about it. Get out of my shit, Rusty. Get out of my shit, Rusty. Get the fuck out of my shit, Rusty.
Oh no.
I've been fucking sitting here fucking on my knees for fucking 3 months. And I did. Well, then fucking go get out of my shit, Rusty.
Oh, dude.
There you go. Somebody that's fucking sit on their knees. This is what you're treating me like. There you go.
I saw a bit of
You're
what was
gonna
kind
be
of going
shit.
on a
You
little
betrayed me.
bit. I was watching a little bit on my break. And Scribble's mom was in there, and they were arguing and going back and forth, and both accusing each other of all kinds of things. So it was pretty bad. Scribbles kind of said that his mom enabled his dad to physically abuse him, and that he was scared for his life, and he used to beat him until he had welts on his body. And he moved out of there when he was really young and stayed with his friend's house because of that. I mean, it was a lot. And of course he was saying stuff too. Like, I always caught like a tiny bit of it, not the whole thing. It happened way after his mom was in the chat. Yeah, dude, he privates a lot of his vlogs, dude. And usually when he goes live, I'm either asleep or I'm at work, so I can't like clip him. Otherwise I would. And there's nobody really clipping anymore, which is crazy. I'm not defending him. Like I said before, I'm gonna take his wife's word over yours, Jakey Poo Poo, because Jakey, I don't play his clips. I don't ever play any of his clips on here. So I have to wait till either Content Farm or somebody else clips it. But I don't play any of that person's on here, and I don't want to. And it's messed up. Like, and if that's the case, like, again, I'm not going to take Jakey Poo Poo's word for over Mrs. Scribbles. But if this stuff is going on, dude, and he's making threats to his wife, and yeah, dude, it's fucking horrible. It's awful. He shouldn't be doing that. He should have respect for her and love her and treat her with kindness. Like, you would hope that would happen. But at the same time, dude, they say horrible things to one another. They're both incredibly dysfunctional, both of them. And they make it public too, which is even worse. He docks his in-laws and his fam. He's a piece. Yeah, he does that when he's angry. So I don't know what was the catalyst, why it kind of, because I went on his panel like last week. His wife, his mom was in there in the chat, and she was talking to him, but they were like cool with one another. But she was just talking about how she was disappointed with him and his drug use and him doing it so openly on stream. She thought that was ruining his life more than anything else. But they seem good with one another, but they go through these periods like he does with his wife where they get very volatile and they both scream. Well, I don't know about his mother screaming at him, but they're both accusing each other of horrible stuff. So he got mad. He wasn't invited to dinner with his in-laws. That's what started. Oh, okay. It was all over not getting a nice steak. That's if that's true, that's kind of dumb, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, that's kind of like an like it, but again, dude, that I don't even know what to say about that. But yeah, over not going to dinner is what kind of started all of this. What started with his mom? Because okay, that happened last night. But what was the reason for him and his mom getting into an argument in his chat? Because I remember seeing her in there. Yeah, it is kind of silly, dude, to get upset over something like that. You know, it's not worth getting into a huge argument, and then nobody benefits from this. The only people that benefit from this situation is people like me, who's gonna, replay the streams, or other clippers that are gonna make content out of it. It's just dumb. It's not worth it. Like, I hope maybe one day Scribbles will understand that, dude, you're just making yourself look bad. Just turn off the camera if you're going to argue with your wife. Don't give these people the satisfaction of watching you make a fool of yourself. It's just not worth it in the long run. But honestly, guys, 2-3 days later, Mrs. Scribbles, his mom, him, they're all going to act like nothing happened, and they'll be back to the way it was before. They go through these cycles of just arguing with one another and publicly doing so. Yeah, he privates because he doesn't want to get a strike on his channel. That's why. He was getting effed up on substances on the stream. She wanted him to stop since he didn't stop. Mom's not paying. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's going to turn into a disagreement. Absolutely. And she has a right to feel that way. Like, it's her money. And Scribbles, like, if somebody else is paying, you know, your legal bills, and they have like conditions on you where I don't want you to do this and I don't want you to do that, you need to listen to them. You know, it's your mom's money, and that's, dude, like, you shouldn't be arguing with your mom about that kind of stuff. You know, you have to understand that she didn't have to pay for your legal bills. She doesn't have to pay for your lawyer. She's doing that out of the kindness of her heart because she wants to help you. And all she wants you to do is just to put down the alcohol, put down the balloons, and try to stay away from stuff that apps with your head. You know, it's kind of effed up, and it's sad that it's gotten to that point. But like I said, guys, give it like a few days and everything will be back to normal, and Scribbles will be cool with his mom and his wife. And they'll act like nothing happened because this happens all the time. But let's continue watching this.
Betrayed yourself. My kid will come in here and tell you she's betrayed me. I've talked to Gavin. He thinks he betrayed me. So I Gavin's fucking always.
I remember one time Scribbles was in a hotel room and he was doing nitrous, and he kept like passing out, and he freaking had like a fucking miniature seizure. I know, because I was like, oh my god. It was only a handful of people in chat, and his wife had to kind of step in and turn off the camera. Like, it's dangerous doing that stuff, dude. You can does like horrible damage to your brain, and it's like, you literally, what's happening when he does that is taking, like, literally robbing the oxygen from your body and killing brain cells in the process. This is how you get that floaty kind of feeling when you do them. But he told me the reason why he does, yeah, I know he does it a lot, is because that's the only time where his brain shuts off and he doesn't have to think, because he says he's always got these like really this constant like influx of like emotions and thoughts going through his head that it just overwhelms him. And that's the only time where he feels like that he's not being like overwhelmed by what's going on in his head 24/7. But yeah, it's effed up. I'm pretty sure you can like have seizures on that because it's taking, like, it's robbing your brain of oxygen. I know he should, but you know what? Some people, it's just all that they know. This is dysfunction is all that he knows. That's how come it makes me feel like the stuff that he said about his mom, not all of it. I don't think everything he says about what happened in his family is completely utterly true, but I think he did grow up in a very toxic, abusive environment because, you know, him and his mom has a very volatile relationship, and that's usually taught from the parent. You know, the parent is the one that kind of determines the relationship of, you know, what they'll have with their child, because they're the ones that are in control for majority of the time. You know, they're the ones raising the kid. So I do think there is truth to that. I mean, of course we do. We all have stories about our parents. You know, our parents are not perfect. They're human. They're going to make mistakes, especially when it comes to taking and raising children. None of us are without fault. I get that. But sometimes people, they can't let go of the pain, dude. It becomes a part of who they are, and they hold on to that. And I don't think Scribbles knows how to let go. I think he holds on to a lot of stuff, and that's the reason why he blows up so quickly, because it's all this past pain from his childhood that I don't think he really dealt with. You know, he kind of just pushes it aside, and then it comes out again, and then he pushes it aside again, and that's why it's this constant cycle between him and his mom. You know, some people do. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about the repeat message. It's saying it didn't get through. I guess it's okay. If Scribbles hurts his wife, then I will make sure Victoria's. Oh, dude, shut the fuck up. Jake Silver. I have nothing to do with Scribbles. I would be an accomplice to somebody that I barely know and barely interact with. I'm just observation. I'm just observation. God damn it, Victoria, your brain is just fucked. I'm just observing this the same way you are through a freaking screen, okay? Me and Scribs are besties. I'm not like, I don't talk to him every day. So shut the fuck up. And I will keep saying this over and over again, dude, because you don't seem to understand this. Um, Whatever happens between Scribbles and his wife is between Scribbles and his wife. It has nothing to do with you or me. So be quiet, you weird beta cuck freak, which you are. Mrs. Scribbles is as bad. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be like, I understand if someone treats you bad, and you you don't have to carry the blame or the brunt of that. But if somebody's consistently doing the same thing over and over again and they're not really changing, you have to be accountable for staying there and putting up with it. You know, Mrs. Scribbles, she's a grown woman. She can leave anytime. Nobody's keeping her hostage here. She's the one that has all the cards in her pocket because she's the one that is the breadwinner here and the one making money. But she loves him, and he's the only man that she's ever been with. And I think she's so incredibly petrified. Again, this is just my perception. I could be dead ass wrong. So petrified of being alone that she would stick around with him because this is all that she knows. And that happens with a lot of like people that been in relationships for a very long time, especially if they're allegedly abusive ones. There's like a trauma bond between the both of them, you know? He is the only person that she's been with her whole entire life, and her whole entire life is wrapped around this person. So it's really difficult for somebody to step away from something when they invested so much of themselves into it. And I can kind of understand why she chooses to stay because of that. I've seen it happen before. It's still happening to this day to millions of people. You know, they stay in relationships with somebody because they're afraid that they'll never find somebody else. And they're so petrified of being alone that they just stick into these toxic relationships because they feel it's better to be with them than the possibility of not having anyone. So it's sad. I know, but she loves him. She loves him unconditionally. She loves him. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that's why she puts up with as much stuff as with him as she does, because she loves him. Like, she's one of those people that once they get in a relationship with somebody, they're there for the long run. They're gonna stick there, you know, through thick and thin, regardless of how tumultuous the relationship may be, because that's just who she is, you know. And unfortunately, it, dude, I don't even want to get into this because I feel awkward talking about the relationship, but it's her choice, you know, and she chooses to live that life and chooses to be in a relationship with somebody like that. You know, she has to be accountable for it. But I do feel like that she stays with him partially out of fear because she doesn't want to be alone, but she stays with him too because she loves him. And I don't think she can picture herself without him in her life, you know? But yeah, let's continue watching this. This is like awkward, guys.
Being my kid, not yours. My kid's always been my kid, by the way. Just saying you know. Thanks, my wife fucking doesn't give a fuck. No, you call when you feel like it and talk to him. Where are you at when you need talking to?
I just talked to him right now, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, it's not a justification for somebody being abused, but like I said, you know, if you're an adult, this is, and the relationship is toxic, and you're consistently putting up with that type of abuse, you got to be accountable for that too, because you are allowing it to happen. But sometimes it's difficult, dude. It's difficult to freaking um to separate yourself from somebody that you've been with for so long because you're bonded to them. You know, it's a trauma bond, yes, but it's difficult to untangle yourself from someone that you spent pretty much majority of your life with. We're not just talking about her adult life, her teen life too. She met him when he was like freaking when she was like 14, 15 years old, and she's been with him since. and she's like 40. That's like more than half of her life she's been with him. So you got to understand that, guys, too. Like how difficult it'd be for her to separate herself from someone that she's been with for so long. Yeah, I haven't been like watching that many streams either. Like people wanted me to play this. That's the reason why I'm playing it. But it was messed up, guys. Like, and he just like when he gets, I hope Scribbles gets a certain level of self-awareness. If she goes on her panel, that's going to be a massive mistake, Mrs. Mama Scribbles. Like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't allow. Don't put your private business out there, because eventually you'll forgive your son. But because you do something like that, he's going to look at that as like one of the ultimate betrayals, honestly, and it's going to have a negative impact on your son's life. I don't think it's worth it. It's not jealousy, dude. I wouldn't want her to come on my panel and talking crap about her son. I wouldn't want her to do that. I wouldn't. That kind of stuff, like I said, I don't like touching on. I flirted with the idea with Jen J, and then realized talking to Jake, not to Jake. I'm reading his comment right now, but talking to Scribbles after the fact, I realized this is not worth it. It just ends up hurting more people in the long run, and it's bad. I don't think it's fair. I really don't. And if anything, if that does happen, Scribbles will go after your fucking channel, Q. He will take down your fucking channel. Oh, so I mean, I will get some satisfaction out of watching him take your fucking channel down. I'm not gonna lie about that. I don't take your channel down, dude. I don't report you. I don't believe in that type of shit. But if he chooses to do that, then, prepare for a fucking war, because Scribbles hates when you bring up his wife. Imagine what the fuck's going to happen when you bring up his mom and you have her on your panel. That guy is not going to give up. There's one thing that Scribbles isn't. He's not a fucking pushover. He will fuck with your channel, dude. He will make it his mission to take your fucking channel down like BP will. Me personally, I'm going to be on the sidelines going, "Told you so, bitch. Told you so." No, she's not, dude. His mom is upset right now because Scribbles was accusing her of all kinds of things. But eventually, the dust will settle. She will forgive her son. But if she chooses to do that and she goes on the panel on somebody's channel who's actively trying to destroy Scribbles, not only his freaking career, if you want to call it here on YouTube, but his marriage, then he's never going to forgive her. Like, I'm just saying that right now. He's not going to forgive her, and he's going to go after Q's channel. Well, he does have a streaming career, dude. It's not a big one, but he has a channel, and he has people that watches him. He has people that donate to him. But it would be a mistake. Did you miss Victoria? Oh, shut the fuck up. It has nothing to do with jealousy, dude. It has to do with the fact that I don't want to get involved in people's family dynamics and somehow creating a wedge between them. I think that's fucking horrible karma. I think it's awful to do that. Like, I try to stay partial on this and try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I never want to be somebody who says, "Oh, this person does this," because I did that a little bit before when I started my stream, because I was ignorant and I didn't understand what that does to people until later on. And now that I know that, I would never do that to anybody. And by chance, if Mama Scribbles came and asked me, I would tell her no, that I don't want to interview with her, without like maybe Scribbles being there to defend himself, because I just don't think it's fair to do that, dude. And Scribbles, every time that Q comes after his wife, dude, Scribbles goes on a fucking rampage. I'm just telling you that now. So you can only imagine what he's going to do if by chance his mom goes on Q's channel. Oh no, dude, I called an enabler. I called somebody who gives an unhinged 30-something-year-old virgin who spends most of his time getting drunk off his mommy and daddy's dime in his bathrobe, living in a house that they pay for. The reason why I called his daddy, because his daddy is the one who fucking pays all his bills and makes it easy for him to harass people on here. That's why. His dad's an enabler. Big fucking difference. Okay? His father is allowing an unhinged psychopath who wants to dismember me and wants to unalive me. He said that on his fucking stream. He's been repeatedly harassing me nonstop on here, using me in his fucking thumbnails, calling the police departments in the areas he thinks that I live in. And his daddy and his mommy is what makes him or gives him the ability to do that. So shut the fuck up. Oh, dude, my mom, you want me to talk? You want me to bring my mom on here? She'll tell you exact same thing she said the last time I was on here. She'll tell you to go fuck yourself if she doesn't give a shit what you think about her or about me. My mother doesn't give a fuck about some beta cuck loser that gives thousands of dollars to some girl that wants to unalive herself that's cut like a Virginia ham. Do you think my mom gives two fucks about some beta cuck little fucking simp? She doesn't. She doesn't. Who the fuck is Tim? My brothers are Italian, you dumb fuck. Like, stupid. Is that okay with doxing under any circumstances, in case anyone's wondering? Yeah, there is no. And guess what? I have his parents' address. I have Blackout Andy's address, and I have both his phone number and his daddy's number. And guess what? I didn't dox any of that shit. Because I don't believe in doxing. But Jakey Poo Poo, I also have your fucking address too, and your fucking phone number, and I know your sister's name, and I know where your dad works. But I don't dox that shit on here now, do I? If you ever see Fartbox, just know she doxes. Of course she does. So you think my mom gives two motherfucks? And let me remind you, bitch, my mom don't pay my fucking bills. My mom doesn't give me any money. Do you get that? I have a fucking job and I pay my own goddamn bills. So there's no point talking to my mom. She's not going to say, if by some chance you do call her Jakey Poo Poo what you won't, she'll probably tell you to go fuck yourself and never call her again. Because she's a lot like Scribble's mom. She doesn't take shit from anyone. She's especially not going to take shit by some beta cuck fucking loser who was born with a silver spoon up his fucking anus like you. No, you don't have any job, Jake. You literally have no fucking job and have no life. That's how come you live on the internet. That's why you live on the internet, bitch, because you don't have anything going for you. That's how come you literally pay bitches to talk to you on here. Fucking loser. Little beta cuck fucking little bitch. Yeah, you repeat yourself all the fucking time. You don't give a shit about Mrs. Scribbles. You don't give a shit about Scribbles' mom. This is all some sick, twisted game for you to get at Scribbles and destroy him on here because he talks shit about fucking your imaginary fucking e-girlfriend. That's all. That's what this is all about. You know what, dude? Dude, shut the fuck up. Suck my dick. Deep throat my cock like you used to deep throat your daddy's. Fucking weird ass motherfucker. Like, all you guys do come in here and you just start shit with people because you have no fucking lives. Guarantee you half of you don't have jobs. The other half of you haven't got your dick wick in months / years / decades or / ever. So you got to put out all your sexual frustration and loneliness out on the world, and you find a bunch of people online to put up with it. You know, Scribbles loves his mom. His mom loves him. Scribbles loves his wife, and his wife loves him. They just have a really toxic relationship. Incredibly toxic and incredibly public. And it's sad that it's going on, and it's sad that he doesn't have enough common sense to, when he's arguing, to turn off his fucking phone, end his stream, and talk to his wife. That's the sad part. And, you know, he needs to go to therapy, and he needs to deal with his anger. And that's another sad thing that he needs to do. Like, it's clear that he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. As someone who's like similar to him, I'm not as like fucking volatile, but it sucks. Like, don't do that to yourself, dude. You're just like hurting yourself in the long run, and you're hurting the people that you love the most, your family. It isn't worth it. And but it's no, you can't. Sometimes you just can't reason with that. Sometimes people, they just get too angry, and all they want to do is just, rage. And unfortunately, Scribbles, he found a really horrible place to express his rage on here, because people are just going to throw it back in his face. But he has to be accountable for his actions. Like, Scribbles, if you're doxing people, your family members, your extended family members, if you're saying like horrible stuff about your mom and your wife, you're going to get a horrible reputation. That's just something that you have to understand. You're just giving these people more ammunition to use against you, and it's just hurting you in the long run. And hopefully he will realize that, because he is self-aware and he understands that, but he gets angry so quickly and his anger just like short circuits his fucking brain, and he starts like, verbal diarrheaing all over his stream. And it's dumb. And he's only when he's really hurting himself in the long run is himself, because he's making himself look like an idiot. But that's just my opinion. But I do think that his mom and his wife, and I think they all love each other, but really, really horrible communication skills, awful communication skills. What's your right to judge? Who the fuck, any of you motherfuckers, have any right to judge anybody on here? Who makes you the authority of what is right and wrong? Because I have to ask you that fucking thing. Like, who the fuck do you think you are to come in my chat or to come into anyone's chat and act like you're better than anyone fucking else here? You could be some degenerate piece of shit that beats your fucking wife, that beats your kid, that beats your fucking animals, that don't pay your taxes, that's a fucking deadbeat, that's a junkie, that's an alcoholic, that does all kinds of horrible fucking shit. I don't know who the fuck you are. And it's so easy for you to judge someone. It's so easy for you to point your fucking finger, bitch, when you have your anonymity and nobody knows anything fucking about you. So shut the fuck up. Until you're able to step up here and show your fucking life, you have absolutely no reason why to judge anybody on here. And you know what? You guys something's gotta be wrong with you. There has to be, because people don't consume content like this other than the fact that they enjoy it. You enjoyed sitting in your fucking little sofas and your little fucking beds, typing away on your Obama phones, acting like you're some fucking better than everyone else, when bitch, you're probably worse than Scribbles. Guarantee you, majority of you people are. You need to get a fucking life. You need to get off my chat, you fucking little bitch. You spend as much time in my chat than fucking Jakey Poo Poo does. Fucking weirdos. Like, majority of you are. Fucking weirdo freaks. That's what you fucking are. A bunch of little parasocial fucking parasites, literally eating the scraps of Scribble's asshole as we speak, while you tell yourself that you're better than him. You ain't better than him. If you were better than him, if you were a fucking normie, you wouldn't be consuming this content. You'd be watching this shit. Most people wouldn't want to be watching somebody verbally abusing their partner. But fuck you. Yeah, I look at myself. Guess what, bitch? Don't have a criminal record. Didn't do any degenerate shit. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't do anything bad. The worst thing I do is run my fucking mouth on here. But I guarantee you bitches, you fucking are a bunch of losers. 95% of you fucks are fucking losers on here. Because why else would you be in here running your fucking mouth? Why don't you go fucking watch something that's more entertaining and enlightening, instead of coming in here acting like you're fucking better than anyone else? You're not better than shit. Like, you come in here, you talk about Vegan Patriot, you talk about Scribbles, you talk about this person, you talk about that person, then you bitch and complain about how my channel is a fucking gossip channel. You know why it's a gossip fucking channel? Because I got a bunch of gossiping little bitches in my chat that don't shut the fuck up about people on here. That's why. Literally, the worst thing that happened to IP2 is not Vegan Patriot. It's all these fucking Y mommies and gay dudes that fucking run their mouth all the fucking time, or beta cuck weirdos like Jake Silver. You literally turn this place into a retarded soap opera. You motherfuckers did that, for real. All you do is run your mouth about this person's relationship, their marriage, their relationship with their mom, their brother, whether or not they had a job, what drugs they're doing, what they said about somebody else on the last stream. And then you're sending clips to other people's DMs. And all you fucking do is run your goddamn fucking mouth and act like that you are better than anyone else. You live for this shit. You fucking love it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be consuming it. So don't act like you're better than any fucking person else, because you're not. Fuck. I'm tired of you bitches. You guys are like literally digging into the trash, acting like you're better than anyone else. Then why the fuck are you in this trash can? If you're better than all the trash that's around here, then why are you in the fucking trash can digging around? Because you love it. That's why. You love living in this fucking filth and this trash. It's a distraction. It's a nice little distraction from your pathetic fucking lives. Because you guys, 50% of you, I wouldn't say 100% of you, I'd say 50% of you are fucking unemployed losers that don't have a fucking life. 100%. Yeah, I am fucking angry because I'm tired of dealing with you. I'm tired of dealing with these degenerate fucks acting like they're better than everyone else. That's why. Fucking tired of this shit. Like, I don't want to deal with you guys. Like, you guys literally piss me off because you act like you're better. You ain't better than Scribbles. You ain't better than the fucking... I'll tell you this. You're only as good as the worst people you associate with. So if you are consuming this content and this is shit you talk about on a fucking daily basis, then you're just as bad as the fucking people you watch. Yeah, stay the fuck offline then. Why don't you... If you guys are so triggered by me, if you're so triggered by VP, you're so triggered by Scribbles, then stop fucking watching us. But you don't, dude. It has nothing to do about being triggered. It's about you acting like you're self-righteous and you're moral and you have this compass. When you have neither of this shit, dude, you're just here for the fucking drama and for the fucking shit, fucking bait, and that's it. You want to bait people into fucking raging because you get off on that. Don't act like you're better than anyone else here. And Speedy's grandma, shut the fuck up. You're in a goddamn chat with fucking Controller. Let me remind you all the shady fucking Discord shit that fucking Controller did. Let me remind you how she dated a fucking 15, 16-year-old when she was 19/20. She was living with him. Let me remind you how she has an RO against her because she hunted down this guy because his daughter passed her house calling her a fucking fat bitch that the cops actually got involved. Let me remind you how she brought up Peb's kid and said he would grow up to be a rapist. And you still go in her fucking chat. You still swim in that ocean with that fucking two-faced bitch. And let me remind you, she continues to talk about other people's families on here. She continues to fucking bring up shit from the past that has nothing to do with her. So why don't you shut the fuck up about Vegan Patriot? You got no fucking problem about Controller though, do you? You're really pissed off with fucking Vegan. Why? Because she's fucking talk shit about you in a DM and your feelings got hurt. You don't give a fuck. You didn't give a shit about all the fuck she was doing before then. You were cool with her before then. It's only until she started talking shit about your fucking ass you decided to dip and leave and go into another bitch's fucking chat that's as problematic or fucking worse than her. Because the last time I checked, bitch, at least VP, the fucking guys that were younger her that she dated, they were of age. They weren't fucking minors. It wasn't statutory rape. No, you're fucking wrong. Fuck, man. Tired of this shit. Tired of this fucking shit. These people that come in my chat acting like they're moral authorities when you're nothing but fucking garbage collectors. That's all you are. You're here picking up the fucking garbage of other people, pretending like that you're better than the ones that you watch, and you're not. I guarantee you, majority of you are fucking just as bad or worse. I ain't gonna quit. Why don't you fucking leave? Nobody asked you to be here. Why the fuck should I quit? Why the fuck should I stop doing what I'm doing? This is my stream. This is my channel. If you don't fucking like what I have to say, you don't like the content that I do, then fucking get out. Go somewhere else. Go watch other people that you are more keen with and you enjoy their content over mine, because nobody is keeping you fucking here held hostage. Do I have a fucking pow to your fucking head? Do I have you tied to a fucking chair? Do I have your eyes pried open, forcing you to fucking watch and listen to this shit? No, I fucking don't. So fucking go. Bye, bitch. Or do you want me to ban you? Fucking dumb motherfuckers. You piss me off so much because I know all you bitches are fucking 100% hypocrites. 100% every fucking one of you are. Fucking talking about fucking vegan, talking about scribbles. Why don't you put your fucking life out here? Why don't you expose yourself out here? I guarantee fucking to you bitches wouldn't even have the guts to fucking even show a fucking picture of yourself on here. You're so quick to judge and point your fucking finger and say, who, this person's a bad person, that person's a bad person. Then you affiliate with fucking people like Blackout, who post photos of kids on here, who literally wastes his taxpayers' fucking dollars and police resources to harass people on here because he's a lonely little fucking incel that can't get his dick fucking wet and can't get fucked. And then you go into another bitch's fucking chat who fucking had sex with a minor, who has an RO against her because she went real life, who doxes people on here, who threatened to expose some girl's nudes because she was feuding with some fucking guy she doesn't like on here. But that's okay because you don't like vegan because she was in a rage mobile with maggots. And Abby has long nails. And let me remind you, who fucking unalived somebody with the car? Wasn't VP now, was it? Fucking dumbasses. Tired of shit. Why is this fucking not working? Hang on, guys. Like, yeah, no, dude. And you know what? The thing, the only person in this chat who has doxed someone for VP is you. Yeah. Who is? So Alan G, another fucking hypocrite. Let's talk about Alan G and Fartbox for 2 seconds here. One of the biggest clout ass eaters in this whole fucking community. Now, Alan G is a beta cuck little bitch that hand over his balls the moment, instead of like exchanging rings with fucking his trailer trash bitch wife with no teeth in her mouth, he pretty much handed over his balls to her. So he goes in and he's in fucking IBL's chat because the dude's an incel. You could tell, dude, that his inbred look, that he wasn't drowning in pussy when he was young, and he was lucky that he got with fucking Fartbox. So that fucking loser, he's in like IBL's chat. Then Fartbox starts coming in and saying weird ass sexual shit to fucking IBL. Like, I never said anything sexual to IBL, but that fucking bitch did. That IBL was legitimately convinced that he was some fat gay fucking discorder that had some weird fetish for him. That was legit fact. So they would go in there and they would fucking troll IBL, and they would troll me too. I took this shit way too personal because, you know, I was a dumbass, and I should have realized these people are fucking trailer trash losers, pill popping fucking welfare bums that, you know, don't have teeth in their mouth and spend their formative years popping pills and you know, smoking shards while they were being raised by the state. Like, why the fuck would I care what these bitches think of me, you know? So but I didn't know that, and I allowed them to get the best of me. But they went into VP's DMs and they started kissing up to VP, like literally sticking their nose up VP's asshole and trying to be friends with her and doing everything to get close to her because they wanted fucking clout. And so they build a friendship with Vegan, and Vegan's confiding into Fartbox because she's dead on convinced, thinks that Fartbox is actually a fucking friend. She doesn't realize the bitch is just using her for fucking clout, and that's about it. And so they start this campaign where they start pretending to be me, and they go through various chat on YouTube that's affiliated with IP2 West First, and they're saying all this is degrading sexual shit, similar to the degrading sexual shit that she would say to IBL, which makes me think, Alan G, you must be a submissive. You must be like on your hands and knees with your butt cheeks open every fucking night, going by the stuff that Fartbox was saying, or the type of sexual stuff that she was saying while she was talking to IBL and pretending to be me. So they go and they do all the shit on VP's behalf. Vegan gives Fartbox the managing mod status, which is incredibly rare. VP actually offered me that too, and she told me she only gives that to people that she completely and utterly trusts on here. Now the thing about this is, and I don't think they fully understood that if you align with someone like Vegan in this community, you are going to have a very difficult time justifying that relationship and that friendship and getting the stink of VP hate off of you. So they wanted to have all of the benefits of being friends with VP, but not all the stigma. So they would act like they weren't as close with her, or they would just straight up fucking deny it, even though everybody knew that bitch was in VP's chat and VP was writing her paragraphs and Fartbox was pretty much agreeing with everything that VP was saying on here. Now, Fartbox is a fucking weird fucking freak. You could go purely by the shit that she would write in chat. It was always weirdly sexual. So I can only imagine what kind of fucking freaky ass shit her and Ali G were doing behind the scenes. And the thing about this was so fucking crazy and fucked up about the whole situation is that even though they were clout goblins and they tried really hard to get their channel blown up, nobody was watching their fucking shit because they're boring as fuck. They're just a bunch of rednecks that look like they spent most of their time popping pills and doing fucking smack. Like, they weren't entertaining. They weren't even that funny. And they were boring. So they literally went nowhere. Even though they were kissing up on VP, even though they were trying to play the fence and acting like they weren't really VP's friends. The only reason why people knew about them was because of fucking Vegan and because they were pretending to be me on here, and that's fucking it. Like, and those bitches still trying to cling on relevancy here, still acting like they didn't kiss up to Vegan. And I guarantee fucking to you, Fartbox, if unless you're like some super fucking troll and you're just playing IBL's side really well, Vegan's gonna come after you fucking ass. I'm just gonna tell you, like, if she's gonna come after you, motherfucker. So you guys better have been smart with the shit that you told her, because I get the sneaking suspicion that if you keep playing the cards that you are playing, which you guys are fucking idiots, it's abundantly clear that you are, ain't gonna turn out very well for you. I'm just saying. You know? I don't give a fuck who you are, dumb fuck. You act like, dude, this is like the weird thing is, I have so many people that dislike me, and like, I have to say 60-70% of you, I don't even fucking know who you are. There's just only like a couple of people that I know. And majority of these people in this fucking chat, oh, Speedy's grandma, shut the fuck up. Why don't you go back and control his chat and act like that she isn't as problematic or as bad as VP? In fact, I think she's worse than Vegan. I think she's a hell of a lot worse. You know why? Because she's a fucking mother. You think a mother would be sticking her nose in all this grimy fucking Discord shit, but I guess not. Who the fuck are you talking about, your bud? Control ain't above shit. The only thing that she is above is like what? The type 2 diabetes level? Like her sugar levels are upper and further than mine? Is that it? Like, the woman is a grifter. She's burned every bridge in every community she's been in. And that's the reason why she moved on to the West Coast first and started focusing on Vegan, because Vegan was a nice shield and a nice distraction from all the fucking shady ass shit she does and continues to do. She ain't a good person. There's nothing good about her. She's two-faced. She's a manipulator. She's a straight up fucking liar. All she does is go in her fucking purple room, smoke a blunt, literally freaking hotbox her fucking family, and talk endlessly about a woman she doesn't know, will never meet, and have no contact with. That's what she does with her off time, instead of spending it with her fucking family. You talk about me, my mom sleeps majority of the fucking time, but whenever my mom needs me, I go out and I fucking help her. I don't have a kid. VP, dude, VP goes, dude, she's controller, acts like she's better than vegan. So who the fuck is she to literally, she got in a fucking car accident with her kid in the back seat. Dude, she got in a car accident with her daughter in the back seat. Her daughter could have been injured. And this bitch is talking about fucking VP and her rage mobile and maggots and shit. When this motherfucking bitch is literally hotboxing her daughter, not only in her home, but in her car too, and getting in car accidents. So tell me, what's worse? Yeah, she did, dude. She did. But guess what? Control's acting like she's some moral authority. She didn't do some fucked up shit with her car. She did. She could have fucking unalived herself and her family. But she didn't. Who gives a shit she's in school? What does being in school have anything to do with grimy ass Discord shit you do online? What does that have to do with the fact that you fucking spend your time talking endlessly about a woman because you're trying to grift on the hate here? What does it have to do with the fact that you talked inappropriately about people's children on here? What does it have to do with the fact that you hotbox your family when you accuse VP of doing the exact same thing? What the fuck does it have to do with accusing people of revenge porn when you went on your fucking stream and literally threatened a woman, saying you're going to release her nasty, loose-ass pussy pics because you're upset with her boyfriend because you're having a feud with him online? That's all Controller shit. Controller is a grifter. She's a fucking manipulator, and she is in this community purely for the fucking attention and for the clout that she gets for talking shit about vegan. Not jealousy at all, dude. Not jealous at all. I don't want anything to do with. Listen, I wasn't a fucking junkie. Okay, I didn't spend my fucking formative years of my life doing fucking drugs. And I would never look down upon somebody who was an addict. But at the same time, I know a fucking grifter when I see one. And I know people who are manipulative. And Controller is one of the most manipulative fucking crybabies, victim fucking blaming bitches on here. There is a reason why every person that she crossed, they don't want anything to do with her. The only people that want to do with her are people that hate fucking vegan, and that's it. Why is every person from the panelverse that can't fucking stand her? Why does she have such a bad reputation? Think about it, bitch. Think about it hard, because she isn't a good person. That's why. And then she blames it on her, her maturity level, that she has Peter Pan complex because she was in active addiction for most of her life, so she blames it on that shit. Everything, the thing about vegan and the thing about Controller, and what makes Controller worse than VP is Controller is a mother. So this doesn't just interfere with her fucking life, it interferes with her daughter's life too. And I gotta ask you, what kind of person would rather spend their time on a fucking computer raging about some bitch with pink hair in Sacramento? No offense, VP, I say bitch with all due respect. And instead of spending her fucking precious time with her kid. Yeah, she is. It's bad. She's worse than fucking VP. Because she acts like she isn't. So shut the fuck up. Did vegan ever threaten to release anybody's nudes on here? Did vegan ever get an RO against her? Did vegan ever date an underage fucking child? We're talking about somebody that's 15, 16 years old. No, she fucking didn't. And I'm not saying VP is a saint and she hasn't done grimy ass shit on here, but don't act like fucking Control is better than her, because she isn't. Go to the fucking panelverse and go talk to every person that used to fuck with Controller, and they'll say the exact same thing that I'm saying to you right now. Years ago, bitch! It's only been a couple of weeks ago she threatened to release some fucking nudes of a woman on here. Do you want me to play the fucking video? Do you want me to play the video of Controller threatening to release nudes that was sent to her because she was pissed off at a fucking fellow streamer on here that was talking shit about her? Do you want me to do that? Because I fucking will. Hang on, let me do this shit right now. It's gonna take me a minute. Fucking bullshit. Literally stupid. Some of you guys are so fucking dumb and so far up fucking goddamn control his ass. You can't see the fucking forest for the trees. You're too busy breathing in her shit and telling yourself that it's fucking chocolate. Let's do this. Let's fucking play this shit. Fucking control acting like she's better than everyone else. She's like, oh, Victoria, she's got revenge porn. She gave photos of my nude body on the internet to Eric. I should call the cops on her. Bitch, you released it to the public yourself. You put it on Zaya's Discord server. That's not revenge porn, especially if you know, exchange one of those nudes for fucking cash. That's called pornography. But good luck trying. Yeah, I did send them. So fucking what? Hey, you know what? If you don't want someone to see your pussy and you don't want to see your fucking titties, then maybe don't fucking put it in a Discord server full of strangers. Then you don't have to worry about some dumb bitch like me showing it to somebody else. All right? They ain't fucking revenge porn. Coming from Jake fucking Silver, who's literally got Scribbles and Mike's dick saved in his fucking phone. You got revenge porn in your fucking phone, bro, of men, of male streamers that you don't fucking like. That's revenge fucking porn. You said it yourself, you dumb bitch. You said it in my fucking chat. And you said it on the phone with me when I was talking to Mike. You're fucking weirdo and you're a freak. Oh, I shared some photos that have been shared numerous times that was shared by that person. That person who's in the photos is the one who shared them. She shared them to the public on a Discord server. Fucking dumb fuck. Hang on, let me post it. I'm just trying to find the yeah, well, if Mama Scribbles is on there, she's making a massive mistake by doing that. A massive mistake. She's just gonna really F up. Hang on. Guys, I'm gonna have to end my stream. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Like I'm ending my stream now. I gotta be back. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna end my stream, dude. I have to. Hang on. I'm ending it now.
Oh, the drinks are hot.